I'm very excited. Found this half off, but it only came with one shoe. But that's not what we're going to be talking about today. Because today we're talking about pocket knives. Hey guys, welcome back. This is Marty from the channel Budget Bugout, and of course, as I do in all of my videos, I talk about preparedness, specifically everyday carry preparedness in this video with National Knife Day coming up. I'm going to be talking about my favorite pocket knives from every category that is out there. So we're going to be covering established favorites like the Spyderco Delica 4, as well as some budget-friendly knives such as this Kershaw Almar collaboration that just came out this year, as well as, of course, even a high-end knife or two, such as the Sabenza 21 from Chris Reeves Knives, and can't forget the tactical knives like the Recon 1 from Cold Steel, and of course, no video for everyday carry preparedness is complete without a multi-tool or Swiss Army knife like this Leatherman Wave. Now, all of these products will be linked in the description box down below, so if you want any of this cool gear and you want to know where it's found on Amazon, just go ahead and check that out. As well as the link for the channel that inspired me to make this video, one of the smaller up-and-coming knife reviewer from down under, and I'll be linking his channel right here, as well as, like I said, in the description box down below. So stay with me. We're going to be covering all of my favorites, scouring through all these different drawers here, and letting you know what I believe is really the best bang for the buck when it comes to these different types of pocket knives. So stay with me. So first off, let's just go ahead and get these knives out of the way. Swiss Army knives. So I have quite a few of different Swiss Army knives, but I really can't say that too many of them beat the classic SD design. They're very small, compact, portable, maybe not as capable as some of these other ones, but it's really hard to go wrong with these ones. Now, if you don't mind giving up the toothpick and the tweezers, you can get the the Signature Light, which has a LED on it as well as a small pen. But yeah, usually I just find that these are kind of too bulky in my pockets. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And I'm thinking about visiting Victorinox, the manufacturer, to do a tour. So let me know if you guys are interested in doing one of those types of videos. So moving on to multi-tools, there's a lot of good ones out there, such as the Victorinox Swiss Spirit X. It has pretty much everything that you want. It's nice, smooth, sleek design, but honestly, I don't find myself carrying this or any of the other multi-tools that I've done videos on more than the Leatherman Wave, and that includes the Leatherman Charge, which I also have back here as well. And the Leatherman Charge just simply because it's kind of expensive and I just don't want to lose it. It was a gift. So, but the Leatherman Wave, I have two of them. I just found one of them at the pawn shop and found the other one. I think another one I bought. And I just really love the versatility of all the different tools. It has scissors, it has saws, it has a serrated and plain edge knife, and it has all the different bits and sizes for screwdrivers that I use, and of course it has the pliers. So I really haven't found myself needing another tool and wishing that this one had a different tool instead, like I do with some of my other multi-tools. So let me know what you guys think as well, and if you'd like me to do reviews of any of these newer multi-tools that are out there on the market. I just simply have not felt the need to carry much more than the Leatherman Wave. Now, as far as knives that are in the grandpa's knife category, basically old classic designs such as the Buck 110, as well as the Uncle Henry knives back whenever they were made in the USA. I really have to say that of these designs and similar ones, these kind of a rickety slip joint with a nail flick design, I'm a big fan of case knives, and the one that I have is known as the Peanut model, and basically it has a secondary as well as a primary blade, and I didn't see myself using this more than I would another pocket knife with a pocket clip, such as like the Delica 4, which I'll talk about here in a second. Just because, you know, why would I? And, you know, it's small, is it useful, etc., etc. But because I'm in the military and I've lived in both Asia as well as now in Europe, I find myself using slip joint knives a little bit more than the average person, and this knife I use a lot more than I thought it would because how small and compact it is. You know, so if you're wearing jeans, for example, this could go in the fifth pocket of the jeans. So I really like like I said, the case Peanut. So, but let me know what you guys think. If you prefer a different model of the sort of like the grandpa's knife category, let me know your experience in the comment section down below. This next category I'm going to call the overrated knives in the knife community category, and obviously I'm going to choose the Spyderco Delica 4 as being the winner because even though it is highly talked about, I definitely think that it's one of my favorite pocket knives and one of my most carried. But also other contenders would be the Spyderco Sage series of knives, the Spyderco Paramilitary 3, as well as the Kershaw Skyline and the CRKT Homefront. I feel like these get an unfair amount of press for how good they actually are. But yeah, once again, I believe. Let me know what you guys think. What's an overrated knife that you think just hasn't reached its full? I don't know. The bar that it's set on. For me, I think that these kind of fall into that category, but the Spyderco Delica 4 is definitely one of the best. As far as knives that have a slip joint, I would say that there are lots of great knives in that category, and I did a recent video when I went to the UK, so be sure you check that out in the description box down below. But no slip joint knife comes close to the UK penknife that is not only lightweight, ergonomic, very functional, but the lockup, because it doesn't have an actual lockup, it's a slip joint. A lot of people are going to worry about that the blade closing on their hands, but because of how that finger choil is, you're not going to have to worry about that at all. And I've processed cardboard. I've done pretty much every everyday carry task that you would do with a knife because I've been carrying this for the better part of a year every single day whenever I'm going out around town. So I would also caution for those of you who live in countries that you can't have a knife that opens with one hand, just be aware that this won't apply to you guys. So maybe a Swiss Army knife might be a better bet, I'm not sure. But anyways, the UK penknife is going to be the best knife for those of y'all who are in countries that allow one-handed opening slip joint knives. As far as the best overall tactical knife, and that includes knives such as the Tops Mil-Spy 3.5, the Cold Steel Voyager, the Paramilitary 2, and even the Strider SNG, as well as, of course, the new budget-friendly Kershaw Emerson collaborations. I would still say that the Cold Steel Recon 1 is probably the best tactical knife that you can count on for those of you who are in the military or law enforcement. I'm not a cop, so I don't really know much about what law enforcement is looking for a pocket knife, but I would still think that this knife would be best for a tactical knife. Now, self-defense is a different category. I would probably lead you to maybe one of these new knives that came out, or the Kershaw Emerson CQC 6K or the 7K. Those would probably be the best self-defense knives. But if you're going out into the field and deployment, I would have this by your side, the Cold Steel Recon 1. And the Spyderco Paramilitary 2, before you get mad, is going to be the winner for an upcoming category. You'll need to stay tuned for the end of the video to see what category this one wins. For the best overall flipper knife, and I'm including all of the knives that I have that have flipper knives, including my Rick Hinderer XM18. I would still say that the Kershaw Leek is the best bang for your buck. It's very small, it's very lightweight, it does everything that you're going to need for everyday carry. If you maybe wanted a flipper knife that can also be a good tactical knife as well, then maybe a Hinderer knife or maybe a zero tolerance knife would be good for that. But honestly, you really can't go wrong with the Leek, this Kin Onion designed knife by Kershaw. As far as budget-friendly knives are concerned, there's lots of great ones out there on the market, but very few of them come close to the Ontario Rat Model 1 and 2, depending on what size you're looking for. They're ergonomic, they're very easy to open, very easy to use, and you're going to get an excellent value for how much you're paying, which is around $30. And when it comes to new budget-friendly knives that are out there on the market, not many come close to this Almar-Kershaw collaboration, which combines basically the size and functionality of the Kershaw Leek with the lightweightness of the Almar Ultralight Falcon. So this is also around $30 as well, and if you haven't picked one up, I'd encourage you to do so today. In the high-end knife category, which I believe ranges between $400 on up, I have a few knives that I purchased myself for this channel that are in this category. You got the Sebenza 21 from Chris Reeve Knives, as well as the Strider SMG and the Hinderer XM18. And honestly, I only find myself carrying the Sebenza, and I very, very rarely ever carry these other two right here. I really don't see myself purchasing any more high-end knives because I really feel that you can get a lot of great knives for much, much less than $400, $500 like these knives. And honestly, these don't keep an edge much longer or considerable amount, and it's not really built extremely better than what you're paying for at around $100 or less. So for that reason, I'm just going to say these are going to be the only three knives that I buy that are high-end at this point in time anyways. But yeah, the winner for this is going to be the Sebenza 21. I have the full-size version. There's a small as well. But yeah, I carried this even this week because I really like this knife. So definitely the winner. As far as neck knives are concerned, there are lots of great options out there on the market. You guys can check out my neck knife video. But really, when it comes to an all-in-one package that is also budget-friendly, really nothing comes close to the CRKT Minimalist. There's lots of different blade shape variants as well. This is the clip point. They got Warncliffe as well as a Bowie design, and I think there's others out there. But very ergonomic. You forget that you're wearing it, which is also a big plus. And of course, it's very useful to have, and I already mentioned it's budget friendly. So CRKT Minimalist is going to be the winner for the neck knives. As far as the best small everyday carry knives that are extremely lightweight are concerned, I'm a big fan of this Almar Eagle I was just talking about. However, with quality steel that it has for being as much as it is, Ostate steel I just don't feel should be over $100. That's why I'm a big fan of the Spyderco Dragonfly 2, where that one retails around $50 on Amazon, and you can get it in lots of different colors, and it's extremely lightweight, and I often forget that I am carrying it. So The Spyderco Dragonfly 2, if you haven't picked one up and you're someone who likes very lightweight knives that don't take up much pocket space but are still ergonomic so that they feel much bigger than they are, then I would recommend the Dragonfly 2. If you're someone who maybe you're more budget oriented, then I would recommend this one from CRKT known as the Squid. Now it's not as lightweight because it has a stainless steel frame, but it's very small, compact. It's kind of like a little bulldog, and this one is around $18 on Amazon. So if you haven't picked one of these guys up and you're just looking for a beater knife that doesn't take up much pocket space, then this one might be for you. If you're wanting a knife that takes up more pocket space but has excellent ergonomics and really fills the palm, then knives such as the Steel Will Gecko, as well as Opinel knives, and the knives like the Cold Steel Voyager or the Benchmade Griptilian, these might make excellent knives for you because the handle is going to be wider, it is more ergonomic. However, if you want something that that's going to feel like it's more or less a part of you when you're using it and you're not going to lose your grip, I would go with the Benchmade Freak. And now it is going to be a little bit more expensive, it's just over $100, but with S30V premium steel, this knife is going to be an excellent value because you're getting premium steel for, like I said, just over $100, whereas other knives that has this type of steel can range a lot higher. But yeah, like I said, it's going to take up a little bit more pocket space, but it's going to feel very, very comfortable in hand. So I would say that this is going to be the best for that category of knives, which is more of like a medium to larger size everyday carry knife. Now for my second to last knife category, I'm going to say this is going to be the first tie in a category of knives, which is going to be a knife that is large in size, has a large blade, but it's very lightweight in nature. And the two knives that fall into that category is going to be the Benchmade 940 as well as the Spyderco Manix 2. Both of these are going to weigh around 2 ounces or just shy of it. They have larger blades, but they don't feel like they take up a lot of pocket space due to their width as well as their weight. So I really can't call a winner in this category, but let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And in this last category, and as you may recall, the winner is the Paramilitary 2. This category of knife is going to be known as the Jack of all trades category. So while this may not be the best everyday carry knife, or the best small knife or the best tactical knife, it has aspects of all of those integrated into its design. It's ergonomic, it is lightweight, it is tactical, but I think that in every category that it competes against, it just gets edged out, so to speak, from being the winner. And it's also going to be very easy to clean because of the way that this is designed. It's very open construction and has excellent steel, and it's just over $100, so it's actually pretty affordable for everything that you're getting that goes into this. But there's a reason why this is one of the most talked about knife in the knife community. I'm just leaving it out of the overrated knife category. I do think that the Delica 4 is going to be the winner in that category because this is kind of in its own category, to be honest. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Just because I prefer these different knives doesn't mean that I am the overall decider. I'm going to open it up for you guys. Let me know what y'all think, and be sure you check out the links for where you can find all of these knives on Amazon and at other online retail outlets. So enjoy National Knife Day, and y'all stay safe out there, and remember, it pays to be repaired. God bless.